Celia, as you begin to study the psychometric resonance, the area around you sort of begins to change. You're in the same space, but things are shifted. You see a slightly different perspective. You're sitting down on this exam table, effectively. Dr. Ritalson is before you, and seated in 5 other seats. You recognize fellow Gatewalkers. Dronus, Yara, Karun, Rashtak, and Malavik. They are restrained. Their eyes are closed. And you are looking at the doctor. Yes, that's right. You understand what I am saying, Assyria?
What?
Can you recall what you saw? Can you see the frozen landscape before you, as you have described it previously to me?
Yes. It was bitter, kind of cold, unlike anything I've ever felt before. It shook me to my soul.
The spires. You remember the spires?
Yes.
Ah, good. Just like the others. Excellent. And what about the Salmankar? White-furred creatures.
Came across them.
Not just came across them. Eine Muren. Specifically. What can you tell me about them?
We were so close that we could feel their very breath.
The runes! You remember the runes?
Gray?
Keep focus. Don't fall asleep.
What have you done to us?
I've done what needs to be done. Ogmonzorius has told me. You are the ones. I must send you to find more.
I don't want to go back.
Celia? Celia! No, don't fall asleep yet. No, I'm not. Celia! Celia! You're not off. You awaken sometime later. You feel yourself being strapped into a chair. Bleary-eyed, you barely understand what's happening. Drink this. It will help.
I weakly open my mouth and take it.
Yes, that's good. This will make all the pain go away. Yes.
What is this, Doctor?
It is simply wine. Rest. Rest. I will get all I need from your friends. passes. But this time, you don't wake up. You feel like that bleary dream state where you recognize things are a dream and you sort of go with it. But it's different. Something is here. The snow around you is falling hard. The wind is so cold, but it is. Not important to you. There's a job that you have to do. In the back of your mind, you hear, "Show me. Show me what happened. I must know."
We found the spires, trekking through the snow. We were wounded. It was not an easy ascent. Do not expect creatures to be in such a wasteland.
And Einmuren is true. Did you bring them to the spires?
It's what we were told to do.
Yeah.
Of course.
And the Black Frost. The Black Frost. Arcelia, the Black Frost. You lose track of your dream and begin to drift. You find Malavik shaking your shoulder.
Arcelia. She's not responding. Arcelia! Come on. This place is evil. We need to leave now. Rasha.
Yes?
He's not responding. I do not want to shake her violently, but I am 2 seconds to doing so.
Maybe not violently. I poke her with my staff. Just, Cecilia.
Her eyes.
Gentle nudging.
I go in front of her face. Hey.
Arcelia, you begin to come to.
What?
Yeah, I'm super close to your face.
Malavik.
Are you alright? You were standing here for quite a while.
You're awake.
I've been awake this whole time. Searching these boxes. Bunch of crud junk.
You were sleeping.
You, on the other hand, were just labored over this table.
We were here before. This is not the first time we've been in this room.
I do not remember being here.
I saw something. I don't know how long ago it was, but that chair over there. Rashtak, you were in it. That one. Malavik. Gara. Karun. And... Adronis.
What? We were all together.
Yes.
I did not know you then. How was I there?
All Gatewalkers would have been here at one time or another.
Not with you.
Well, if the missing
my
moment
own
started at the
companions.
same time, it could have been. We were here at similar times.
I think it was something different. I think the doctor was there too. He was imbibing us with something. Sort of metallic tasting liquid. Does this sound like something you've seen before, Haroon?
Well, it's difficult to say. I mean, going by your description, though, I don't think so.
It probably
Metallic.
sounds a little bit like the slumber wine you found, Karun.
Oh. Unless you're talking about slumber wine, in which case, do you want some slumber wine?
Can I smell it?
All right, but if you take a drink, you will owe me. I hand the slumber wine over.
I bring it close to my nose to try to get a whiff. Does it hint at anything that seems familiar?
A little bit. Yeah, a little bit. Not quite the same. Something's different.
This isn't quite it. Here, Karun, you can have it back.
Good.
Possible these memories taken from us.
I don't know what he got out of you, but I don't think he got much out of me. Maybe it's because of, well, Dahak. But he mentioned while we were in the other room that he had so much, I had potential of some sort, and he needed something from me specifically. But I stomped him in the grate, so.
So we can't ask him.
I don't want to know what he wanted from me. I always had a sense the whispers help, but something was always off, smell about him.
Perhaps that is why you weren't with us. He held you back for another reason.
Well, he's a memory now. But I can't get over the feeling that I felt like we've already done something we shouldn't have done. During the moment. I don't think it's missing by... It's probably missing on purpose.
Well,
Now that you mention it, I saw something else. I saw all of us out in the snow. We were dragging something with us, heading towards the spires.
Yes. I do recall something of that nature. I was dragging something very heavy. My hands, the rope burns. I still feel them.
Roshtalk, what were you going to say?
the missing... Do you mean the missing moment? That he had some of that?
Yeah.
Because I don't think that would be the case. He was trying to find why and what was missing from the moment, I believe. In some of the interviews, at least, if he knew what was during that, I don't know if that would be a motivation, but other things, perhaps.
Well, this is a lot of memory loss we've had.
Yes.
So, We do not know how long the missing moment really was. We just know how long it felt to us. At least that's what I summarized. I could be wrong. Can any of you speak with the dead?
No,
No.
that is not my expertise.
Kind of.
You can
Like if you have the brain,
the
right?
brain should be in shape.
like if the brain is all right, you put it in a jar with some mineral and vitamin-rich fluid. Maybe you could communicate.
Through what means?
I don't know.
Wait. The fortune teller.
Oh yeah.
Huh. I
They
almost
mentioned
forgot.
something about what, not trusting someone. Maybe they can commune. Unless they left.
If I recall correctly, when we left, the fortune teller was no longer there, almost illusory, correct? Yes, I thought so. I'm not sure. If we had a cleric, not you, but another cleric. Some of them may speak to the dead, but well, Malefic, I do not know if you can speak with a pile of goo and viscera.
You can speak to anything if you are not a woosy baby.
One-sided, yes, I suppose.
I kind of agree with Karun. We should probably rip the brain from the corpse.
I do not remember there being a brain left, Malefic.
I
You were
didn't
quite
smash the head.
thorough.
Oh,
We can try, I
Oh.
suppose.
Never mind. You had something feast upon it. You let it dry, did you not? Rasha. It's
Dr.
these worms
Ritalson's
all over it.
corpse is completely desiccated.
It's a shame. Bodily fluids are gone. It wouldn't survive even if it was there.
Looks like a mummy at this point.
Arsuria, I know you do not like to use your abilities for whatever, but what if you touched Dr. Ritalson? Would it be an overload for you?
I could try, but the nature of my reading isn't exactly divination. It's more emotion. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to get out of it. Never tried it on a body before.
Probably not good experience to them. Probably a lot of pain before dying. Maybe that would override anything that was there anyway.
It might be possible I just experienced what you put him through.
No, we wouldn't want you to.
What exactly are we trying to learn here?
Well, it seems as if we were working for, doing the deeds of the doctor to get closer to the frost whale. The doctor seems to want to be in some sort of alliance with it. At least that's what I'm gathering from all these. He was never in our favor. It was always about him.
power and knowledge.
Yes. Well, alright.
What did you find
Then-
amongst the notes, Karun?
I found a lot of things. I found so much things. So many. I'm still reading them all. I found all about all of these things. There were you know?
No.
I know how to read. So yeah, there's notes here about the nameless spires and how Ritalson thought he could make an expedition to the nameless spire during his his very own missing moment. And he's concluded in his notes here that if he can return there and dream while he's near them, then he will be, it says granted entry into the dreamlands, or discover some method to significantly enhance his psychic powers that he has gained from something called Osoyo.
Osoyo was the whale.
Ah, then yeah, there it is. He also has a section here called Mind Harvesting, which I've been poring over. He says that he's been trying to figure out ways to harvest the minds of Gatewalkers and to infuse our memories and brain power into the Lichgate. He hopes to use this Ayudara, to merge the psychic energies with his own, so that he can stand in Osoyo's presence and the nameless spires and all of this. He uses his enhanced power to free the Osoyo from prison.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know, because he is friends with the whale, I suppose. The notes here have everybody's names, all of the Gatewalkers' names. Our names are all listed here. And there's a little note at the bottom. It says the potential in the dreams of these final bonds may be the greatest of them all, which is kind of flattering, really.
You wanted to use us for... How many names were there?
All of them. All of the
What is all of them?
Gatewalkers.
6.
It would be the 6. It would be the 5 of you, and as well as Adronis.
6 names, 6 spires. They will speak of sacrifice.
Yeah. There's not a whole lot here about the weird creature. It's kind of light, actually, which makes me think maybe that book that I dropped inside the mechanism had more, but he's got this hand here too, this mummified hand, when he woke up from his missing moment, and that's the hand that was growing in the tube in the other room. That's kind of light on that.
Can I see the hand?
Well, we killed it. That was the creature from the other room in the tube.
You still have the hand. It was that you picked up, I think. It was either
It's
you or
on
Rasha.
Rasha's belt?
My hand. Oh, yes.
That's right.
A
Yes.
trophy. I kind of just have it stuck in a pocket. I'll just take it out. Is this what you mean?
Yes.
I'll hand it over with both hands. It's quite large. It preserves well without even having any kind of... You see right there, very proud of it.
Yes, it's something else.
He seems preoccupied in his notes with trying to grow a body from it.
The creature that we saw.
That one.
Oh.
The only other thing in his notes here says refers to that really nice slime outside called Ogmansorius. Blah blah blah. Theories. Ascending. Osmingzorius ascending from Osoyo's dreams like a little messenger and takes the entity's presence as proof that I am some sort of chosen one. What a fool. Intended to release Osoyo from the prison in return for even greater mental powers. Alright. And perhaps the key to reaching the Dreamlands.
Something doesn't add up.
It also says Ogmansorius assisted him conjuring guardians for the laboratory. But they are untrustworthy.
Maybe the demons?
Perhaps, yeah, perhaps. He said that he ensured their compliance with something called the Invigil rituals. Does anyone know what that is? Do I know what that is?
Do you think it's tied to the ritual circle outside?
Some of the formulas that you found strike a memory for you. You remember one of the formulas was an Inveil ritual.
Inveil. Well, it says here that he was ensuring their compliance with this formula here. But I have the formula, so if you want to ensure compliance upon any...
Pacts with devils and demons.
Yes, only demons, not college students.
What do you mean?
Not drug runner college students will sell drugs for me. I will only use this for good.
Are you keeping us some information away from us, Karun? What are you talking
Nothing.
about?
No, of course not. Of course not. No.
Have the demons infiltrated the college as well?
No. Just
That would make sense if they did. How does he have the technology of the college here in this mansion on top of that? What better
knows?
place to have some kind of hold on something than a college that has means to technology?
Hold on, this is a good point. It's very unlikely that Dr. Ritalson was in this alone.
That's what didn't add up to me. Not to mention, if there's a force of evil that everyone kind of knows about, and we've been on the evil side, so to speak, thinking we're fighting the good fight. Who are the others? Where are the others? The ones that prevent things from happening. Nothing's ever one-sided, right?
Would like to look around, sorry. I want to try to see how old all of these things are.
Yeah.
How long they've been here.
Yeah. I think give me a perception check.
All right. Especially because we know when the missing moment was.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dirty 20.
This stuff looks reasonably new. It's, kind of cleaned up. This is an area of this lab that has, actually been sort of cleaned and used. Unlike several of the other places in this former sewer.
It's likely that all of this came to be and was put here in purpose of the missing moment. Or at least shortly after.
Did he know about the First World? Was there any notes on that?
no, not that I can find. Only that he tries to go to something called the Dreamlands.
Nothing on Castervale.
It is unknown. He just wants to dream near the spires.
Anybody that is trained in Arcana or Occultism can make me a roll on either of those.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm actually trained in Arcana, funny enough.
Huh. Natural one.
27.
$19.
Oh.
I don't know anything about worlds beyond this one.
Rashta.
Have you ever heard of this place, Lizard?
You and Yara sort of pipe up about the Dreamlands. I imagine... I'll leave it up to you how you heard about this. But it is almost like a concept more than anything. So there's been various conflicting information, and there's been some that has kind of like overlapped, which I think leaves everybody very curious about this place. But the people that do believe in it say that it is some sort of place created from slumbering desires and the dreams of especially powerful individuals like the Outer Gods and the Great Old Ones.
Yeah.
Possibly I would have learned it from other lizard folk. Shamanistic things. Dreamland.
Is this what you say out loud?
Yes, I do say that.
Mm. Well, that makes sense. A lot. Actually, a little too much. There's our missing moment. It was definitely a desired action, that, or vision, or it wasn't even a vision if it felt real, right?
Every time, yes.
Mine was a bit different. Never spoke on it. I was me, but not me. It was wind underneath my arms. It was high above. I was cleansing the land of all its impurities. It was corruption everywhere. Dark spots. All I wanted was to burn it all away. My shadow was large, winged form. But I felt free. And all I wanted was to change the course of the world. And it felt good, intoxicating. Everything was warm and hot like a summer day, sun beaming down. Your skin felt really good until an immense cold blew into the face. Arms felt like wings felt frozen, fire was dissipating, everything frosted over, and when I wanted to break loose, I came to. And then, nothing. Fire became cold. Sweat became ice droplets. Ash became powder. That's all I can recall.
You know, I could just do one of these Ingvale rituals.
For why?
Ooh, actually, no, I'm reading it. No, I can't. Unless anyone here is an expert in the arcana or occultism.
I mean, I am, yes. I would consider myself even a master.
From what
I
you
could
said, though, Kroon, isn't it sort of, well, like controlling someone? Why would we need
we could
that?
we could control someone to go sell drugs for us.
And here I was interested.
Or not, we could control them for other things, I don't know, who knows.
Kroon, you have sparked a good insight on something I would like to go to the college. But not me personally, obviously I'm not. I guess for one to be showing up to a college.
Why, Malvik?
Well, I want to know if there would be any dealings between the doctor and those that are there. Yes?
Yes, but
There are no notes that suggest such a thing.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there was anything at the college, really.
and
It's the technology he had in that door, the intricate lock mechanism. There's nothing like it anywhere else in here.
He could have bought those things. There's plenty of
Yeah, here's a
You're right.
mention upstairs.
Funding and scholarships were
Ooh,
mentioned when we were there.
Ulwin also said that he spent a fortune. He spent his family's fortune on this place.
That's true. That's true. The interaction
did
we had
have-
with the students.
doppelgangers
Yeah.
that
that-
infiltrating anything, getting information very easy.
Oily creature, that Ogmanzorius.
Oh, do we have any pieces or parts of Egmonsorius?
I
No.
tried.
Too
Was
bad.
unable to gather anything.
Yara did mention that it was the same black goo that was on the ship, so you may already have some. At least similar.
Well, if we ever did end up, needing to exert some control over something, we could do it.
I don't like that idea. It won't be me. And I won't stand for it. I won't watch. I won't have part in it. But you do what you must to figure out what's going on.
There is. You mentioned the dreamscape in the notes. That was when Ritalson was trying to find a way to use that to communicate with the Soyo, yes?
Yes.
I wonder if that is a way that we could... it is almost someplace you could go. It is a somewhat stable dimension.
It appears that way. It seems that Ritalson was trying to find this nameless spire so that he could dream in their presence.
Which would be a way to directly communicate with Osoyo, good or ill. I do not know if it is wise for us to attempt, but it would be a way to almost travel there without even going that far north. It would be exceptionally dangerous and potentially inviting Osoyo to exert mental control, as we have seen the ability to create illusions or memory issues.
I will say one thing that disturbs me is that in that state of being, I cannot hear the hawk.
Well,
So whatever this Asoyo is very powerful to be able to block out someone of his caliber.
when you dream, Malefic, is the hawk there? Are they lucid dreams, or is it just you dreaming?
Whispers. Constant whispers.
But not direct communication?
Not like it is when I'm awake.
Then that would probably be very similar then in the dreamscape. The hawk does not have control or ability to communicate directly, just
The
can
funny thing,
influence slightly. Yeah.
he can technically take control if he wanted to.
Yes, but that's of the body. I mean of the mind and the
Oh, yes, yes.
and the dream. You are dreaming, not him. That would track.
Fair point. He cannot tell me what happened during the dream either.
Yes, so it is.
Interestingly enough.
Your spirit is dreaming, he is not. That would make sense. I'm not suggesting anything, it's more just very interesting. But you could become weaker, potentially, because you would not have the power of your deal if you were in the dreams, I think.
With a little more time, I can invoke something deep inside, very primal. But I need to exert control over it. I've had inklings, feelings.
Well, I still have the sleeping memory food.
I don't think it's a good idea now.
I meant more for practice or knowledge.
Oh, yes, yes. I might take you up on it offer eventually, but for now I cannot.
No, you are fine.
The rumors. I always wondered why the tribe took me on. Shaman mentioned something about being closer to Dragon Soul's heart. But if I can invoke that, maybe I can pull something, but it'll take a long time for me to be able to try to master it. Longer the time. More time than we need, I believe. So, this is frustrating.
Yes, well, if we have a moment and you wish, that food could help speed things up. It is for remembering things that have been lost.
I do not know how much this changes anything for us, though.
I agree.
physically being there is probably going to be the only way of really understanding what's going on.
And preventing.
Explains why he dressed this whole place up in the first place to induce our memories, maybe.
How much of that food do we have left?
Oh, I have, I believe, 2 or 3 servings left. I begin to.
Yeah, he made one for us all.
Yes, I did at the time.
I will not take it if anybody else wants to.
We have 2 of the servings left.
I think it might benefit us if it is where we are going to try to at the very least have the most information we can, be prepared, know what we're going to find there.
Well, if you want to do it, here would be the perfect place to do it.
Yara, what do you think? Yara, what do you think?
About consuming this memory food again?
Yes. It's where we're headed, isn't it?
From what you told me, and what Karuna said, it doesn't necessarily seem like we're missing much else, are we?
Perhaps not.
Let's see here, why don't you draw? Draw what we see in the other room, or have you taken notes? The 6 spires, locations.
I flipped through my journal. I am one to pretty meticulously make notes and keep track of everything. But I haven't really thought about checking before. I flipped back to some of my first pages around the time that I arrived here, around the missing moment. Do I see any tampering or something strange?
With your notes? Give me a perception check.
Dirty 20.
Looks like you're writing in your style of drawing things.
But in any case, do not feel bad. But we could go to the other room if need be, and you can update your notes if that helps.
Yes, I suppose I'll do that now. I don't see any evidence of anything missing from my journal, so if something did happen here, and perhaps we were so completely compelled that even I could not succumb to my own instincts.
I will go with you.
And I will begin to head back towards the ritual circle so I can take some sketchings of it.
Sure.
Just because I wasn't here, that ritual circle will be able to determine its exact use.
So I did a roll for you. The magic was too powerful for you to understand completely. It's some kind of spell that you're not familiar with, but you were able to sort of piece together roughly what it means, and that it is some sort of awakened dream.
Enough to recreate, or just more?
Definitely not. It is beyond
okay, I
you.
assumed not.
No.
For sure. All right. But I jog after. I see. Karun, are you saying in here?
I'm gonna just keep looking through these notes, trying to make sense of them.
I'm contemplating if this changes anything for us. All that we've learned is almost reinforcing what we've previously talked about, which was that we would help Snowy Owl return to the north, and that we would try and stop the Black Frost whale. I don't know if anything has changed really. Aside from what we've learned about ourselves.
I do not disagree. I think Ritalson was using, the word good intention in the convincing, not his own. Telling us what was supposed to happen, as in us taking care of the whale, when in reality he was just using that as an excuse. But I think you're correct. I think for lack of a better term, the quest is the same. It is more now we know the real intentions he had.
Yes. The only benefit I could see from us consuming the food is helping us trying to remember the missing moment. Exactly.
But that would be useful information. It would give us why Ritalson wanted that information. It may be a key to dealing with Osoyo. He would not want to be controlled by it, but empowered, yes?
Yes.
It may have a key as to denying some of its influence.
Yeah, I refuse to believe that someone like Ritalson wouldn't have some sort of a backup plan. Right? You don't
Yes.
get this far without having a plan B. You know?
He did not interact with the whale yet, because he had not been able to establish said backup plan. Which is why he was doing all of this.
Yeah.
I think you are right. Both of you.
Regardless, I think we need to make preparations to leave. I've already started to buy some things, but perhaps we can check again just to see if there's anything else we might need. Judging from the expedition map that we saw, this could be a very long trip.
Yes. The crown of the world. It is at the top.
Yes. Through the Idara.
True.
And
That does
still
make it quicker.
through the frozen north, and I mean, this could be a very long time. The sooner we go, the sooner the better.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Let's do it.
Yes, but reviewing those notes is still good.
I think I've really gotten everything I can out of them.
Fair enough.
Right. I believe we got all the information. She has done her deeds.
I'm thinking as close to a sketch as I can.
Yeah, give me a crafting check.
You ready for this natural 20?
It's happened before.
It's gonna be so beautiful.
Many threes have happened before.
Nailed it.
11.
Nailed
As
it
long
with
as
an
you can
11.
understand it.
Yeah.
That's definitely right. If you copy that and try to perform it, I'm sure nothing horrible will happen.
I'm very confident in your abilities.
Foolproof.
It's like giving a calculus problem to a 4-year-old and basing something really important off of it. Just being like, hey, little Timmy, can you go ahead and just draw this complex proof for me?
Yeah, just solve for
Okay.
the derivative. Just get the derivative from this. It is fine.
Poop.
Then building a jet engine around that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
One other thing I just thought. While I cannot perform the magic of the ritual for this slumbering, it still would have some potential latent power there. That may enhance the memory food, since it is through sleep.
Would drinking it and eating the food be the same thing?
Well, no, I'm not meaning the slumber wine that Harun mentioned. I mean the ritual circle, the magic circle.
Oh, the one out there with the goop all around it?
Potentially sleeping. It could be dangerous, but it could also enhance it to a point of... when I took it, I was able to see more clearly in the dreams, but I still did not have full control. This is a bad idea, but it could work.
I believe we should pass on that and get to the Lichgate. Unless you want to, and I'll support you fully, but enough strange things have happened here. And I'm pretty sure those bodies are going to start to smell, and I don't want to be here when the authorities come. I'm still probably wanted.
Already reek. It's been a full day.
The smell might, I don't know, go up.
They'll start to liquefy soon.
We can always throw them in the pit. But
I mean, just to be clear, this place doesn't smell great anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, this used to be a sewer.
We should probably make our leave, no?
Yeah, I agree.
Do you all think it unwise to take some time to have me eat the food in the circle? I would be willing for that risk.
If you want to.
You know what?
Rush
How,
talk.
what could...
I must be honest. I'm worried about what might happen.
I am not disagreeing. There is great risk. The boon could be great as well, though.
And what about if this Ogmanzorius, or even a Soyo, were able to take control of you directly?
You could bind me beforehand.
You don't know the damage that will happen to your mind.
That is true. As I said, the risk is great. The boon would be
Your
too.
deity of sorts.
Yes.
Cannot reach you there. As we
Yeah, and whatever it was very clearly corrupted Ritalson, so I would hate for that to happen to you.
Yes. Made him very obsessive. And some goopy thing came out of him that looked like him. I don't want a small goopy version of you walking around. No offense.
That was...
No offense.
I do not believe that was...
It's back.
That is a monitor.
It's learning the language. It's scary.
All right. No, if you do not wish it, I will not.
I think it's a good idea to pass by this one. I wouldn't want to lose a companion before we get started on something where we might lose it all.
Oh,
Okay.
All right. Well, is there anything else back in the manor that we could do? What was the term used by Hedron? Liberate. We are going on a journey, and Ritalson will not need any of it anymore.
We could always ask.
Yes, we can always ask. And also, more importantly, what Karun found also implicates Dr. Ritalson in many horrible acts. We can provide that to the staff.
And maybe
Yes.
get a reward for stopping a bunch of murders. The authorities would be interested.
They will probably confiscate
Stitches
the
get
mansion.
stitches. Do we
Yes,
want
but-
authorities looking too closely at any one of us?
As long as our names are not here.
But our names are in the book,
Yeah,
and is evidence. No, you are correct.
I just think it's fair that we give the mansion over to those that worked here,
That is fine.
so to speak.
I meant supplies. And such.
Yes.
Perhaps funding.
Yeah, all right.
Well, let's go check. I will head back up to the top floor
Yeah, I'll follow.
Okay.
I'll close door. Yeah, I'll close doors behind me just in case.
Very well. Okay. So, you all are pretty pooped. I think we can say that you will spend the rest of the day maybe sort of tying up loose ends, right? Communicating with the staff. Seems like the goal is to try and give over Ritalson Manor to the staff, and potentially take anything that you might need to help you with the trip. Money-wise, there's nothing. Dr. Ritalson effectively bankrupted himself with the lab. You found that out. There's nothing left there. However, you will find that Ulvin did find something for you. Of course, I closed.
He also found those moonstones on the console.
Yes. And I can't remember who has those, if that was Karun or not.
Has which one?
Yara.
Yara, okay. Yara probably put it in the stash.
I've moved a lot of things into the stash.
Sounds good.
It was getting kind of heavy.
Yeah. Definitely have that alchemy look about you with just potions and shit hanging from every conceivable
And
loop.
just excellent thighs.
You got those alchemist thighs, baby.
Okay, let's see. Where were these notes that I'm looking for? Was it here? Basically, Olwyn hands over a bag of holding that he found amongst Dr. Riddleson's things.
Oh.
I'm trying to find where I put this because I had this open and I must have closed it. But there was a bunch of stuff in there. And of course I cannot find it now. Was it here? Maybe it was here? Ah, okay. Yes. All right. So, a bunch of rations. I will... Actually, I'm just going to drop this. If I can.
Ooh. If you put it in the stash, potentially.
Well, I'm just
It'll
going
have
to...
its
No,
own.
I'm going to make you do that shit.
I meant more drag. If you're able to somehow drag the entire pouch into the stash.
Yeah. I put the stuff here. Basically, survival supplies. So I put it onto that map that you're on right now in the lower right there. You should see the treasure chest. But yeah, Olwyn will hand that stuff over. It is a Type 3 bag of holding, so a larger one than you currently have.
Damn.
'Cause I think you have a Type 2.
Type 1.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
That's a huge upgrade.
Yeah.
You put a bag of holding in a bag of holding in a bag of holding?
No.
No, that's bad. Very, very bad.
Yeah. So yeah, there's a Type 3 bag of holding. There's some rations. There's one pair of snowshoes and one pup tent, effectively. That bag of holding by itself is very nice. Capacity of
everybody, right?
capacity of 100 bulk.
Yeah. Ooh. Could fit like so many bodies in there.
Yeah,
Yes.
the current bags of holding are 25 bulk.
Yeah.
Pretty big deal. So I'll let you guys manage that stash. But yeah, Olwyn will hand over that stuff. Yara will probably pick up some more stuff that you might need. She will tell you that she found that you can potentially pick up from the shops in Lichgate an insulated tent for 15 gold, as well as a polar travel kit for 30 gold pieces.
Polar travel kit.
Yeah.
I'll take that. Where do we... Hold on. Let me open up the
I will put
compendium.
Let's see. I should be able to make this visible to you. Configure ownership. All players observer. There you go. It is in the items, the little briefcase at the top. You see it?
Oh, yep.
Okay. Yeah, so that's 30 gold, and it's 4 bulk, and each one includes a bedroll, a climbing kit, a compass, a small knife, a repair kit, short shovel, a short saw for cutting ice, a set of skis and poles, a pair of snow goggles, a pair of snowshoes, a spyglass, 20 tinder twigs, and 2 sets of winter clothing.
We are going to have a garage sale at this rate.
So, up to you what you want to get. Leave that up to you. But we'll assume that you take the rest of the day to sort of, like, wrap stuff up here. So I don't know how many of those you want to buy, but Yara has some stuff in the stash.
I'll get one. Do I just negative? Is there a place for me to drag all that stuff, or do I have to hit negative? I'll put negative 30 in my gold and just put polar travel kit there. I think how does that work? Okay.
Yeah, I have cold clothing, by the way, and we do have some snowshoes, so we could get 2 of those kits, and we would have clothing and snowshoes for everyone.
Yep.
Maybe I'll buy one since I have 140, so I can just get one of those.
I already got one.
Right, there we are. Then we have all those supplies done.
Close your eyes. Okay. Remove coins. Wink. And I guess I'll just add it in my bag or whatever.
Never hurts to have extra clothing as well.
Mm-hmm.
This trip is going to take a very long time from what you saw in that expedition room. Like having extra stuff, not a bad plan.
I don't want to mess anything up about. I don't know how to add it to my thing. I see plus buttons, but for equipment,
I mean, you just drag it. You should be able to just drag into your inventory, like your backpack.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Oh. Ow.
Pretty much everything is drag and drop.
That's so freaking cool.
Yep. The loot stuff for me is like such a massive, like a massive upgrade, honestly. Like it's crazy.
You're just like, here.
Yep. There you go. You guys worry about that shit. I'm not going to sit here and fucking push all these buttons.
Oh, wow. It literally, wait, is that it? I drug something happened. I just don't know where it went.
Yeah.
It's a surprise for later.
Yeah. It could put it into different bags. You just have to,
skis and poles. Yeah, it went into different locations.
Yeah.
That's neat. Am I overweight?
Nope.
It shouldn't be. Okay. I have a lot of
Many
bolts.
swords.
Your encumbered is at 9 and you're at 8.
Whew.
And again,
Those
remember,
cakes.
you have a level 3 bag of holding.
Yeah, can I get a bag of holding? I mean, how many people have one? I feel like everyone has one. But
you just stick that other one in the stash, and you guys can assume that someone has it, and just whoever, if you want to carry one, if you want to carry the big bag of holding, you can.
I have put it in the
I'll take a
stash.
small one. It doesn't matter.
I just had.
I will.
Yara had one, and Arashtak had one. Just put.
Yes.
Just put next to it, like.
I mean, Arashtak, you can hold the big one. You're the hoarder. I'm just. It's like if there's an extra one nobody's using, I'll just use it instead of it just sitting.
No,
there.
it is. I will note, and this is an odd thing. The bag of holding with all the things. I dragged it over into the stash, and now there's nothing in it.
Undo.
No, you can't. So
It might be a permission thing, but yes, I there's nothing in it anymore.
I don't want it.
As in, it did not drag all of its contents with it.
I'm just checking to see if it went into the other ones. I think it did. I think it went into one of the other ones. The spacious pouch that you have, I think.
One of the bags of holding is a mimic.
The spacious pouch. No, that's what was in there before.
Well,
Apologies, another day.
Way to break everything. God damn it.
Welcome back, Dan.
You're welcome. I've returned and broken everything.
Wow.
We don't get loot anymore. You're welcome.
Well, I just lost forever.
Oh well. All right, we'll figure it out later.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to look over any of the loot and stuff that you got in general, from that place, also probably not a bad idea, because there was a bunch of stuff that I don't think you really looked through. A bunch of you had picked up some good shit, and I don't think you looked at all of it.
Yes. There was a mask that you might want. Nalovic. It is for survival.
Yeah,
I think they
Where's
talked
the
about giving
stash?
you the mask.
Me?
oh yeah. I think it was you. I don't know. I can't remember.
I mean, it is a +2 to survival checks, so
Oh yeah.
you are better at survival. That was the only reason I was suggesting you potentially. There was a
The
pendant. that
stash
was-
is visible if you go to the actors page. It's the little piece of paper next to the folder. Where the Gatewalkers group is, right next
I
to
was
it.
looking for the actual. I found it, I think. Ah, look at this.
You guys have so much shit. It's like
Tickle demon tongue. The fuck is that? Anyway, all
yeah,
right.
it's mine. I'm saving it for later.
It's just going.
So we're
It's a
make outs
thieves
on the go.
toolkit. I'm gonna take that because that's supposed to be what I was getting anyway. Wait, no, that's a thieves toolkit. I don't need a toolkit. I already have a toolkit. Oh.
you got a bunch of shit.
Should've-
Pieces, water skin. I
Should
just
have
need.
made this our Christmas episode.
Ching, ching.
Yeah,
Oh, there's
so-
the mask.
yeah, the mask is in there. You guys have a bunch of stuff.
Wink.
Just tons and tons of shit. I'll let you organize that how you like.
Wink.
The special supplies. Yeah, I'll have to look up that stuff later, but it was effectively like a bunch of rations and snowshoes and one other thing. I can't remember.
A brain.
No, it wasn't that. Karun did find one though.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, who knows what Karun found? Does she talk to it? Who knows, you know? Does
You
it
don't know
whisper
who-
sweet nothings into her ears at night? Who can say?
You're the best drug dealer.
The rations are in there. I see those rations.
Those I dragged separately.
Oh, okay.
So that's the only issue. That's the only thing that kept outside of the bag of holding.
Yeah, and there were 6 of those moonstones that you found.
Yes, those were in numerous opulent moonstones. Yes, that was in Yara had set that aside.
Sorry.
All right, we're good. Karun, if you use your ladder to climb a mountain, I'm gonna laugh. All right.
Sorry, I was just clicking buttons.
But yeah,
I wanted to
otherwise,
see the picture bigger, but it made it go into the chat. I was like, ooh, it's a ladder picture. Okay, sorry.
you can spend the rest of the day buying anything that you might need and sort of finishing up at the Ritalson Manor.
Good to go. Cursed mirrors. Is that?
So, we will say that the day passes and we will advance to dawn. Any buffs and stuff that you had, those expire. Make sure to turn those off.
I spend a good portion of the day recording today's events, and especially those visions that I received with the psychometric reading.
Okay.
I write everything down.
It's a lot. It's like summarizing everything. It's like GM prep.
Oh boy. Okay.
Otherwise, are you doing anything else before you leave?
No, I have nothing. I'm just going to sit on the porch, whatever they have there, and wait for everyone else. I'm ready to go. Ready to get the hell out of here.
Okay. You can assume that Snowy Owl, Danigi, Ulukuk, and Enuma sort of have prepared as well. They've kind of been preparing this whole time. They've just been ready to leave, honestly. Whenever you all are. The other Gatewalkers that are here, as well as the staff, kind of see you off the next morning as you begin to depart Lichgate. I think probably Olwyn mentions to you, Karun.
I've noticed that there were many strange. Well, I found many things while I was cleaning up your room.
Oh, my room?
Yes.
Oh, like what?
Well, there were many strange liquids and.
Oh, yeah, I was saving those.
Oh, right, but several of them were quite caustic, and they were causing severe damage to the stone, and perhaps you, can I pour sand on them, or?
No, don't put sand on them. Not unless you want it to ignite.
I don't understand. I'm worried about it destroying the house.
So there has been a spill, a caustic spill, is what you are saying to me?
A few splashes, it seems.
I would like to inspect the person to see if they have any signs of poisoning.
Sure. Make a perception check.
There we go. That is an 18. Who are you again?
Yes, this is Olwyn that you were speaking to. Yeah, he looks fine.
Is he drooping on one side? Or?
Oh no.
All right. No, it's all right. Well, you should probably evacuate. At least the floor, you know?
Perhaps we will contact someone from the university.
No, whatever you do, don't do that. It was only...
we
only
cannot
make it
have the
worse.
manor destroyed.
No, it will not be destroyed. It just may
You
become
just said that it would
uninhabitable.
be.
No.
Uninhabitable is bad.
It is bad, yes, but not as bad as it could be if you had poured sand on it. I will go clean the fluids. You see Karun like putting on PPE. The goggles come down.
Yeah. An hour later, Karun finally returns.
I've cleaned.
Well, thank you for that.
Of course.
I believe we have prepared everything with the carriage for your journey to the Lichgate. I just want to say I am deeply troubled by all that has happened to you, to me, to the staff here. And I want to say that I appreciate your efforts in, attempting to restore some normalcy to our lives. I hope that you are able to find peace and normalcy in yours.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is kind of you to say.
The other Gatewalkers wish you luck. And Ulwin says, as far as the manor goes, the rest of the staff and I will converse about it and we'll possibly sell the place and give some money to our families. I wish you well, and I hope that you return safely. Regardless, you're welcome. Regardless of what happens, I hope to hear from you again. Farewell.
Oh no.
I hop into the carriage. And
Who's that again?
That was Owen Karun, Major Domo.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
why is it called that? In the carriage, I've begun feeding a monitor a scroll. Thank you. Perfect.
You're welcome.
Rostak now knows fly.
Wait, we can all fit in this, or no?
No, this
Okay.
carriage is not big
Oh,
enough.
it's the
for
same
everybody.
carriage.
Yeah,
I'll
it's the
walk.
same one.
It's fine. Been sitting too long, being strapped down to a seat. In my mind, I don't want.
Yeah. The cook would be driving, and you could probably fit, I'd say, 4 people in there.
I would walk.
Anybody needs
I
to
will-
refocus or sleep, and
Be sitting, yes. And I don't know when I got it. It might have been when I was out, but I have a ring of sustenance now, so I only need 2 hours of sleep, so I can read so much more.
Yeah. Well, we're on to the next day. So you all can assume that you've had a full rest.
Let me hit the button then.
Yeah. Make sure you hit
I
your
love hitting the button because it's shaped like a little bed.
Yes.
Like, oh, I'm gonna tuck in Arcelia.
Now I have to make all these potions again.
where are we headed? That's the question. I just don't know.
You've been given
Shutterwood?
yes, you've been given a rough approximation of where you need to go.
To the Shutterwood then.
yeah,
Lichgate.
basically.
Not only, but we have a map too.
Yes.
And knowledge. I could read at one point.
Malvik smiling, giving like a
doesn't
thumbs up.
know. Oh yeah, I had some time where I could actually read, and I read a lot. Yes, I know all about the Lichgate, and I have books. Now
So-
they're just decorations.
You've been told effectively that this is a 2-day trip through the Shutterwood to get to the Lichgate. You've been given some assistance by the other Gatewalkers, as well as finding various bits of information throughout Dr. Ritalson's lab. We're in exploration mode right now. The journey is you set out kind of like fairly early in the day at dawn. It's probably about 6 a.m. by the time you get going. It is Wheel Day, the 22nd of Farest. You've been on this journey for months now at the behest of Dr. Ritalson, and now for yourselves. It's been a long trip, and you've learned some pretty horrific things along the way. About Dr. Ritalson, somebody that you at least partially trusted. Someone that you were not aware was using you. You've experienced what his ambition has done to family, as well as the people that work for him. How's everybody feeling as you're leaving Lichgate?
Feel good leaving Lichgate.
I feel a twinge of sadness, a bittersweet goodbye for all those wonderful people whose lives I have touched in so many endearing ways, and I'll miss them, I think. Anyway.
Disappointed. I did not learn what I wished. The doctor was not actually a scholar. Not in my mind, anyway.
Feel like closing a chapter. It has come full circle, and the circuit is finished. Now we turn the page, and it's a new one. Perhaps a much larger tome.
I learned that my brother is dead. That's good. Don't know what world he's in, but for the most part, I heard that he was adventuring with 2 or 3 others. That's good enough for me. And my main concern is to protect those here, and that's about it. But on the way, I don't know if Arcelia says she's walking, so I would be explaining to Arcelia the book I read and about Lichgate, proudly, because I actually read. But I don't think I'll tell her that I used a potion to read it.
That's very good, Malavik.
Book is upside down, but it's okay. I've learned to read it in many ways.
I have
See
no
here?
doubt.
This is Lichgate, and there's like there's curses and all kinds of stuff on it. We're gonna have to prepare ourselves for this. I'll just explain. I'll just relay all the information.
And in equal measure, I share everything that I read about the Shudderwood. And I suppose this is the sort of longest conversation we've had about the world around us and not about ourselves. And it's a very objective exchange because we're sharing what we learned. And while we have this conversation, I'm smiling wildly at you. I'm so happy to have this conversation with you.
Same. I don't notice the smile, but then we'll try to overly impress by repeating information. I have said my capacity, but I'll repeat it in a different way just to make it seem like I learned more than I could in a 10-minute time that I had.
I listen. I don't say anything about, oh, you said that already. Yeah. I listen, and I'm just as excited.
Awesome. I'm turning the pages back the other way, backwards, as if it's more information. Anything. Yeah.
I'm looking with you. Oh, look at that. This diagram.
Yes. It's great. The Lichgate looks like a great place to be. It's not. Arashtak, look! And I'll turn to Arashtak and I'll give the same oval spill again.
Oh, you can read.
Yes. Did you know that it's not actually a pleasure house, it's a library?
I had an inkling, yes.
Why did you never tell me? You had me calling it a pleasure house the whole time. I was just sitting there. It was a house, pleasure, a house of books. It's a library.
I believe I told you at minimum 7 different times, Malavik.
I thought you were belittling me.
No, I was attempting to help educate.
Maybe your approach needs to be a little bit more loving.
I did not know you more than a few days at that time.
It's true. And it would always be our pleasure house.
No, it's still a library.
Only recently. Then I'll speed up my walking.
So, 2 days of travel. Is anybody doing anything along the way?
Yeah, I'm going up to Karun and going and holding the hand out in front of me.
You are making a joke about giving me a hand.
No, you promised that you'd make me an ornament to go around this hand so I can hang it from my hip like a trophy.
Karun closes all of the books that she's reading, all of the books we have stolen over our many adventures. All right, you want a trophy? Yes, some sort of a trinket or talisman?
Maybe you could drill a hole here and put some brass in there. And put
leave the crafting to the master, to the expert.
That's why I came to you.
That is a 34.
Yeah.
But don't paint the fingernails.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm painting the fingernails.
What specifically have you ornamented this mummified hand with?
I have wound the fingers and small bits of twine and little bits of various ingredients. I've shaped the hand into a thumbs up.
Definitely had to break the bones.
Oh yeah, they're all broken in there. Yeah, absolutely.
All I wanted was for it to hang from my hip, but
probably snapped the thumb right off and glued it back on.
It's a 34, not an 11.
No, whatever you do, Malvik, just don't put this in your mouth, all right?
I never crossed my mind.
But if it ever does come up, just don't do it. It's very toxic, but only if ingested.
I'll just hold it up to you like thank you, but it's giving you a thumbs up for some reason, and I will put it around my waist and stare at it. It looked very different when I handed it to you.
Yeah, well, I have had to disassemble it and reassemble it, and I think it's all there.
Thanks. And I'll walk off with a smile. That'll turn into a frown.
I've spent all day on it. Very proud.
I'll just go to say I just wanted it to hang from my hip.
What is the thumb pointing at?
I don't know. It's always pointing up.
Oh. Okay. Anyway.
Well, I am researching. Specifically, I have a book a book that I definitely didn't steal, but rather procured from a chain at a fair about a particular pancreatic disease.
Sure. Very well.
No, you didn't steal it. We stole it, comrade.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm aware. That's why I said I didn't steal it. I just happened to find it with the chain attached, and the chain fell off while you were pressing your memories upon a table.
I'm sorry, I'm hilarious.
He does have memories.
And I do it again.
I love that Arashtak probably said that, you know?
Oh yeah, of course.
Absolutely, yes.
Verbatim.
Oh, God. Okay, so
That needs to be a quote.
actual
Put it on a t-shirt.
actual exploration activities. If anybody wants to take any exploration activities, please denote that. We have that in the stash. You need to select your thing there. You can just click that. Exploration tab in the stash. Or in the group sheet.
You can also do it from your character sheet.
Yep. If you click on this the exploration tab, though, you can just, it'll take you there.
Yes.
I would like to spend most of my time speaking with Snowy Owl and their companions. I assume they'll be making an impression.
Sure.
Just updating them, however difficult that might be.
Sure.
I'm sure
diplomacy check.
being completely honest about, oh hey, we might have been brainwashed into doing things and don't remember doing them. It's not going to go over well, but I will be completely honest with them.
Mm-hmm. Basically, what you do when you're making an impression is there's different attitudes that an NPC will have towards you, and they're like different ranks almost.
Yeah.
And you got a 33. I think you're basically at like helpful now, which is like the highest rank that you can get, which is that they are willing to help you and respond favorably to your requests in general. And yeah, I mean, you just kind of talk about all the things. There's a lot of talk from them as well about like what they've been doing in Lichgate and how like different it is from any of the other places they've been so far on the trip. You know, and they were also at the science fair. They you know, were just some of the visitors that were there. And they you know, sort of sampled the local foods and, you know, did some shopping and things. Any tourist sort of stuff that you would imagine. They kind of went around town. They tried fishing as well. You know, just in the river, and yeah, they probably had like a few run-ins with the guards with things that like they're used to doing but that are like, you know, against the law in Lichgate and stuff like that. So a few like miscommunications or what have you. You have a few nice conversations about some of the stuff that they've done. Karun, you are searching? Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm just looking around for things, looking at stuff.
Okay.
Looking for ingredients, perhaps.
Okay, I think there's an actual, there's another one you can do. Let's see here.
I couldn't identify it.
Ooh. And you also still have coerce there to remove.
Oh, right. Yeah, I don't need to do any coercion.
So let's just turn coerce off. Okay, make me a survival check, please, Karun.
Yes. I will. There it is. 21.
21. We'll assume that you are you're able to gather some herbs and things. I will say that you have enough for one. I guess the equivalent of one. We'll just say one set of like reagents. You know, like if you wanted to craft whatever your current level is of alchemical crafting. I think it's up to what is it? Lesser than minor than. I don't know which one you're up to right now.
It's at moderate, I think.
Yeah. So moderate level.
Good.
Your versatile vials, you've got 6 of those again. Anything else? Did you delete the versatile vials?
No. Oh God.
I don't see them. Did you put them in your bag of holding?
I don't think so. I think I dropped them somewhere. Anybody seen my versatile vials?
Because we actually have proper versatile vials for you.
Yeah, I don't know where they went. Maybe they expired because I used them all?
Perhaps. Maybe they just naturally expire. Regardless, you can actually grab them from the compendium. I just put them in your inventory, but...
Perfect. Thank you.
You've got 6 of those again. Okay. So Karun was able to get like one set of reagents worth of herbs. Malavik, what are you doing?
Investigating. Excuse me, I read about it and I can try to convince you that I'm going to use survival. The books I read and everything was about the Shutterwood and the Lichgate, so I'm going to look at my surroundings and try to match with the book to make sure we're on track and any dangers that was mentioned in that book.
Okay.
What's up, Rostock? As a
Ah, damn it. It's not Shutterwood, it's Shimmerfield. That's...
Oh.
Never mind. I keep thinking Shutterwood and going, oh my God, that's where I wanted to go to talk to the people who've met the mosquito witch. But, alas.
Whoops. There you go.
Okay. You can make a survival check for me.
Survival. I got him. There it is.
Come on, baby.
Would pursue a lead work here?
No.
Okay.
You need to be an investigator to have that.
25.
There's an actual like class that you need to be to use pursue.
Right.
25. So you kind of have a decent amount of information. The Shutterwood is like mostly safe. There's a few areas you don't want to go to, but the path to the Lichgate, you had an actual cartographer that was helping you, as well as a book that you found. So this book that you're reading is kind of just telling you like to stay away from a few different locations. There's a lot of rivers that run through the Shutterwood, the Shutterwood continues past the Moutre River to the north, and that's what delineates where Ustalav is. So, you know, like going past the Moutre River is not where you want to go. You don't want to head north. It's pretty much straight east, pretty much to where you want to go to find the Lichgate. It's mostly safe. You're pretty sure that, like, you know, there might be a few animals here and there, but it seems mostly fine. There's wolves and werewolves to worry about, but you think those are mostly to the south?
I have a question.
Please, you first.
You should go first, because mine's stupid.
That's why I think you should go first.
Oh, okay. All right. Question.
Because I'll pull it back.
Okay. Question. Are werewolves hot? Have we seen pictures of werewolves? Do we know what they look like?
There's probably some in the book. The werewolves in the book.
Is that a knowledge of nature check? Or society? Or...
I'll let you be the judge. They look like this.
Yep, they're hot.
The
Just like
default
you can eat.
answer is yes.
They are furious.
Great. I love it. Cool. Can I see this book, Malefic, for a few hours?
Yes, of course. Hand it over upside down.
I put it in my pack for now. Alright, that's it. That's the question.
It's a good read.
Go ahead, Dan.
Yes, so it was a bit ago, so I do apologize. And I don't remember if it was me typing this out because I heard it and assumed spelling, or if you had sent it to me. I looked at DMs and couldn't find it. I was looking into the Mosquito Witch and potential people who interacted. I wrote down Shimmerford, and now I'm wondering if that was Shudderwood, not Shimmerford.
No, definitely not Shudderwood.
Got it. All right. As I have no idea where Shimmerford is, and
in
it's
the
probably
River
not on the
Kingdoms.
way. That's what it was. Thank you. All right. We're done with everything time, then I go there. All right. No worries. Thank you.
We've all just heard the lizard going just like that.
Yeah, you've heard me just muttering to myself about Shudderwood and Shimmerford.
Lizard, are you all right?
What? Oh, yes.
You okay?
Yeah, I was looking at... It will be after we deal with Osoyo. Provided we survive, I have people to talk to in the River Kingdom.
Oh.
But I was looking at spelling, and I had it correct. Unfortunately, I was hoping it was on the way of where we're going, but it is not.
That's an interesting point to bring up, Arashtak.
Hmm.
Assuming, we do this and we stop Asoyo. What's next for everyone else? What's next for all of us?
Well, maybe not immediately, but I am most definitely returning to the River Kingdoms. I have a lead for the Mosquito Witch. I wish to speak with others that have interacted with her.
I guess I'm going to see the world. I don't know much about it, and I do have a deal to uphold. I will see to it, and I think I'm breaking through little by little to thoughts of maybe not massacring everything in my wake, but I guess I'll go back to being alone, so to speak.
You could travel with me if you wish to see the River Kingdoms.
Are there dragons there?
There are lizard folk, and we are ancestrally attached, but I do not remember any dragons in the swamps.
This
I will
is,
allow you to go there first, and then I will follow you after a bit of time. Maybe you can tell them about me.
I will be traveling to Adronis's homeland to finish burying him.
Ah,
Oh,
that is right.
well,
We'll need to make sure you have... I have an idea for you, but we can... we'll work on it later.
Malefic, I was hoping to speak to you at some point.
oh yes.
I suppose now is as good as any. On the subject of what happens next and after.
Oh yeah. What'd you have in mind?
Look down at the mark of our blood bond on my forearm.
Oh yes. Well, I was gonna ask you to be my mate.
I was hoping that we could be together, yes. To travel and to figure out what this is.
Yes. Exactly. Sorry, I don't know a better way to say it, but I was going to ask you to come on my travels with me. But since we're opening that door, yes, I would. I'm glad that you. I should have said it first, but yes, that's fine. Please.
All right. Good. I was worried that perhaps you wouldn't want to join me.
No.
I do have a few stops to make when we are finished with all of this. But
Yes,
I'd like you to meet my family. I need to go back to the Burning Sun clan.
I would like to see how it is to have a family. That'd be nice.
You would fit right in.
That's makes me feel like something I can look forward to then.
And the rest of the day, I have a huge smile on my face.
I will look for berries and I will go to a Rostock. And I would say I'll offer berries to a Rostock, strangely.
Are they poisonous? Like,
I mean, I have survival.
Yeah, you rolled a 25 on your survival check. I think.
yes.
I think they're fine.
Yeah, I'm not gonna kill you. Yeah.
No, I know you're not. It was more of a, is it an ignorance in food thing or something?
Yeah.
They're probably
not in ill intent.
they're probably very nutritious,
Bitter.
i.e., not ripe yet.
Yeah.
You know, so like whenever anything is like really high in like vitamin C or like any vitamins, really, it's usually like super bitter.
Could you do me a favor for some berries?
As I pop one in my mouth.
Could you, when I look over to Arcelia, could you do a thing of art that you do, but make it look like a scar on my head, but don't say anything?
Oh, you wish for a tattoo?
Mm-hmm.
Just like a scar, though? No magical properties?
There are good properties on it, but I want it to look like hers.
I cannot do both. In that they would look the same. The tattoos that are magical have to look a specific.
Okay, then don't no magic, just
I could do both if you wish. How long until the Lichgate?
It will
Many days.
It will be maybe another day and a half.
I could get the scar done quickly. That is not needing magical inks.
it was either going to you or doing it myself.
Perhaps I will not have you do it yourself, as this is.
The blood would be probably bad, yeah.
I put my book down and invite you to sit in the carriage.
I'll jump in.
If I need a crafting check, I can, but this is probably pretty simple.
No, you don't have to make one. Let's do one just for the purposes of humor.
Exactly.
We have hero points. Let's get it.
A 32.
It's perfect.
Looks exactly how you want it to.
Even put a little green on it. Thank you.
Yes, I put a little salve out and put it in like a tiny vial. Apply this every few hours just so that it heals well. And then it
better
will
than
look
licking it.
much better than licking it, yes. Unless your tiefling saliva have healing properties.
I always lick every wound that I get that I can reach it anyway.
That is not the answer to the question, but anyway, apply this salve. It will heal well and it will look the way you wish it to long term. Every 3 hours.
Every 3 hours. Okay. And then I just jump down.
And then I go back to reading on the pancreatic disease.
But I'll look back at Arash and give a giant smile.
So, day passes. new day begins as you continue your trip. Lichgate. Day 2. What's everybody doing?
Still making sure we're on the path.
Still reading on this disease.
Okay.
So, yes.
I am talking to the brain.
Okay. Fair enough. Is it a good conversation?
It is a little one-sided.
Uh-huh.
Like talking to a brick
I think
wall.
it may understand me.
Uh-huh.
What do you talk about? Do we hear this?
You probably just hear Karun in the wagon just muttering, fervently explaining the concept of a trapped market.
Having an economic conversation with a brain.
In a
Discussing
jar.
the finer points of snooze.
Okay.
The snooze industry.
Is the Shutterwood particularly pretty?
It's a pretty thick forest. So if you enjoy forests, I think it's pretty and also maybe a little bit creepy. You know, it has that that combination of like, I don't know how much traveling I want to do here at night, as well as, oh, I like trees. That's sort of a combination. It's probably all kinds of horrible noises at night.
Oh, great. I think I spend most of the day just writing in my journal and trying to sketch as well as I can the trees and just sort of the moment of us making our way towards Lichgate. Just trying to make sure I don't forget this too.
It's a triangle with a stick, you know.
All stick figures of us.
I'm imagining.
I love that every time that you have this like beautiful thought, like, yeah, I really don't want to forget this. You roll absolute trash every single time. It's amazing.
I'm gonna keep my hero point, so that's it. I do that.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's effectively like cartography symbols.
Yeah,
you know?
I've seen these before. Hieroglyphics.
Just like a bunch of
Symbols.
triangles, you know.
Yeah.
Huh.
Summoning circle.
Those triangles mean something to me.
Okay. So, if you're not doing anything extraordinary on this second day of travel, eventually you will arrive at these old elvish ruins.
Ooh.
You can see them in the distance now. They sort of have this overgrown look about them, about what you'd imagine, covered in moss. You can see old elven structures, once regal, sort of brought to this sign of withering. I mean, that you just associate with life. Everything ages. Everything goes through a cycle, and the ruins here are a sign of a once, you know, amazing place that has seen better days. Mostly collapsed towers crumbled walls, overgrown by this foliage. As the woodlands begin to transition into this elven ruin, there are spires here that are relatively intact.
I'm gonna offer a hand to Karun.
Which one?
Not the thumbs one. Yeah, this is a regular hand, right hand. Karun, can you come down?
Yes.
Help her down. I read about, well, not much about what these are, but I know these might be something to your knowledge.
Oh, yes. Are they something to my knowledge, or have I lied?
I mean, they're elven. You're the only elf I know.
Yes, most certainly. There are a lot of elves out there, though. Can I make a knowledge check or something?
You want to make a knowledge check about this place?
Yeah, do I know anything about this type of structure?
Okay.
These ruins?
So, do you have any sort of elven lore? Any sort of lore that would associate with this?
As far as I know, I don't have any lore of any kind.
Yeah.
No lore skills per se.
Okay.
But I am very elven.
So I think this will be a society check. It'll be a really difficult society check.
Alright. $30.
Yeah. So, this was once an ancient elven stronghold. It was called Murianath. As far as what the stronghold was, it's kind of been lost with time. You're old, but not that old. You probably haven't heard a ton about it. But this stronghold was most likely built to guard the Lichgate.
Oh. Well, the elves who built this were obviously very successful and good at being in charge of the Lichgate. Because here we have the fortress that they used to defend it.
Where are they?
Well, you know, elves don't live forever.
Who guards it now?
Well, I suppose the forest does.
If it is relatively unknown, and if navigating a forest like this to find a thing you do not know where it is difficult.
It would probably be difficult to stumble upon.
Well, we should probably prepare ourselves no matter what, because I did read some, I don't know, strange and possibly dangerous stuff that could possibly happen here.
Around the Lichgate, you say?
Yeah. Supposedly it's well protected. That's why I was asking. Oh boy.
Nice.
And then I'll walk all back away and start looking around my surroundings.
Sure.
What I'm actually doing is walking away to put the salve on my hand. Starting to itch.
I will be looking around for any herbs or anything here, since it seems every time we've been in ruins there have been some unique ones growing.
Okay. Give me a survival check. Or nature. Take on
Yes, yeah, I am. Nature makes sense, as that is where my herbalism skills come from. 20.
Hmm.
I love rolling a 4 and getting a 20.
Just kind of what you would expect. Probably this time of year. It's like March. Not quite sure what herbs grow in March. There's probably, with a quick Google, there's probably some parsley, some mint, maybe some sage. That grow around.
Thyme would probably be around as well if it's the right growing area.
Yeah.
Rosemary is evergreen, so if there's rosemary, that would be there.
Yeah. So
I'm
decent,
gathering cooking herbs.
Yeah, decent way to gather some cooking herbs. Maybe some stuff for tea.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Otherwise, this place has a strange feeling for you all. Everybody, please give me I think a will save.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Oh.
22.
32.
The 24.
Okay. Crits from Arashtok and Yara. Everybody else succeeds. We'll leave this up to you, how you feel that this is interpreted for you. You've seen a few Ayudara now. After learning what you have learned about the missing moment, about what Dr. Ritalson has done, he's been trying to somehow alter this one. You are potentially traveling through this gate, Sayudara. You haven't traveled through one for, well, some time now. You went through one in Castrovel. How does everybody feel about that?
I'm nervous because we didn't just go from one gate to another one happy dilly-dally. We had to hit all kinds of places. It was where we almost lost people multiple times. So on the defensive, feeling like almost like we should say our goodbyes now, just in case.
I would be mildly nervous, only from remembering when we were jumping between gate to gate to gate, from world to world to world, because it wasn't working correctly, and it was altered slightly doing that. I believe that has been weird.
The time we almost suffocated.
Yes, yes, that is the issue there. If it does not look like anything is around the gate, like creatures, dangers, that sort of thing, I would approach it and investigate it and see how it may have been altered. Potentially even motioning for Karun with the mechanical skills.
Yeah, I think I would go over there and check.
Sure. So I will take a an Arcana. I will take an Occultism. I think that's it.
Oh, I definitely have the occultism.
I will do Arcana.
Okay.
34. It's a natural 20.
So here's
25.
Here's a pretty big thing that you realize here, Karun, about this Ayudara. You had a key to take you.
Oh, yes.
You had a key to take you through the Ayudara. It was activated on Castrovel to begin that whole process, along with this telescope,
Mm-hmm.
effectively. What's the key for this one? You found some things in the lab.
Oh, don't tell me it's the brain.
You don't think it's the brain?
Oh, alright. Then it's not. Whew, glad it's not my brain. My spear brain.
You are remembering the moonstones that you found.
Oh, yes, of course. I will not perish by touching them, like the
ones
key.
that I
right?
sold, you mean? The ones that we were
Wait,
to sell?
what? You sold?
Yeah. We were told to sell things before we left, so of course I did. And they were valuables. Like every other gems we've ever had.
So I have some bad news. It appears that the keys are those moonstones. Roshtok, grab the moonstones.
You mean the ones that we were told to sell for supplies?
Told them?
Yes,
I never
was
told you to sell the Mirage Talk?
You told me to take care of the supplies and get rid of some of the materials we had that we were not using.
Hmm.
You sold them?
Yes, they got us like 600 gold. It was a lot.
Can we recreate them?
I absolutely love that last session. I looked at the console and I was like, why are the moonstones here on the console?
Well, you know, maybe we could, well...
Well, I guess this is going to be a longer trip than we imagined.
Do we get more moonstones? They have to exist elsewhere, yes?
I don't know.
The doctor got them from somewhere.
Yes.
He had to have gotten them from
Maybe
somewhere.
they could be recreated. The doctor was all about creating stuff.
Oh, I will continue looking around the Iodara to see if the elves had left any spares
Oh,
under the mat in
under
front
the
of
mat?
it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
I wonder if these ruins may have something to do with it then.
Are you suggesting we might have to go back?
Well,
It's only
we're
a day and a
going to
half.
look around a little bit first, and
minute.
then we will go back. if we
Snowy
need
Owl
to.
can fly. Why don't they fly back to go grab them and come
That's a
back?
good point, actually.
Yeah, it's about time she heard to keep.
I could
Why
fly
don't
for
we look
5
around and
minutes.
see if there's any here first?
Yeah, I'm going to look around for a bit and just check.
I'll help look.
All right.
I'll help too.
I'm going to pound a potion to help with looking.
Okay.
I sit down on the steps and begin continuing to read my disease book.
Okay, well, fuck.
So funny.
No emotion on his face. Like, well.
I
So-
wasn't
Just
informed.
stones.
Why would I be upset? I can't feel guilty for things I wasn't informed about.
So just to be fair,
That's toxic behavior.
just to be fair, so I had Karun make a roll last session to determine the notes that you found when you were in the lab. One of the things that you could have found was that the key was the moonstones,
Oh.
but you did not roll for that. So I
And
was
every
just
time
like,
we've had gems, we've sold them.
I was just
don't
like,
know.
let's see what happens.
The one who was missing
no,
for
let's
over a
keep this-
month
let's
was
keep this
put in
rock.
charge of things and supplies. That was a mistake.
Let's keep this valuable rock. I have pounded an eagle eye elixir.
Great.
I would like to look around to see if there's a spare key.
Sure. Make a perception check. You're not looking for secret doors and traps, so you get
That's-
no bonus.
It's a 19.
No, you get a +2. I'm just kidding. Sure, a 21. Is anybody else looking around?
Yes.
No, I'm
Yeah,
reading.
Wait, it didn't add my blush too.
I'm adding it in my head.
Oh, good, thank you.
I'll look around. I'll look around.
Okay.
But I would be yes.
I imagine Yara would be doing the same, considering how
Perception.
upset Faye is in the Discord and the chat right now.
Faye's like, I'm sick for one day.
She's like, my migraine has doubled.
What do you think, Yara?
I don't believe it.
Or I suck at it. They were really pretty. They sold immediately.
They loved them. It was a lot of gold.
Like, are you sure 600 is enough for these?
Yeah.
Didn't even have to
So
haggle.
funny.
It was so easy to sell them. It wasn't like the paintings.
I was looking at your eyes do this, and I was like, "Why is he doing that?" So good.
And he said it earlier, and I had to stifle everything.
He
I
said
just pushed
gyms
it.
earlier. That's completely different.
yeah.
We had gyms
Yep.
at one point, so I was like, "Oh, okay."
Exactly.
God.
You know what's hilarious? By the time Faye's back, we'll be exactly where we left we first started.
Back at the lab, time was reversed.
So Malavik.
Yes.
I'm going to say that you actually come across some gems as you begin to
Gems?
look. Mhm.
Okay.
They're not particularly very big. They're more like if the moonstones were like, say, a carrot, they're maybe like 1/10 of a carrot.
No.
Small. Not quite
We'll
gem
keep
dust, but maybe
I'll put out a little
remnants.
satchel, and I'll just keep dumping stuff in that looks pretty and looks like it'll, I don't know, sell for 600. And I think to take him to a Rostock. But I'll keep searching.
I'm also
going to
say, this takes you hours to find
yeah,
stuff.
yeah,
You guys spend like 4 hours doing this.
There's no way we just come across them. How many do I find?
It's like nighttime as people are sort of getting
These are
back.
night-
It-
dark vision.
Yeah, you sort of set up like a camp already for the night. And roll me a d10.
God, these are always bad. Please. Not bad.
Okay,
Good
7.
number.
All right. So it's pretty late now. The camp is kind of has been set up, and Malavik is probably the last to return out of the group. Everyone is like super depressed. I think you've returned, and Yara is just like,
I feel great.
Usher's like, that's a great book. I return. I'm like, I didn't find nothing with these stupid pebbles. And I'll put them on the table. I think I don't drop them all, but I drop them enough and then they'll kind of fall out a little bit. And I'm like, I'm an hour late for putting my solve on. Useless rocks. And I'll like hand them over. I'll just try to drop them next to my Rostock's books.
More gems.
What did you say?
I said more gems.
Like the gems you sold?
I look at them. Do they look similar, at least in type?
they do.
I will cast Detect Magic at them.
Nothing.
They're not magical. The other ones might not have been either, though, but... Well, they actually are the same type of gem.
Are you trying to tell me that I found something useful?
Yes, I think you did. They are small, though. Karun!
Yes.
With them.
Malavik found the same gem type. They're smaller, but you may be able to make it work.
Ooh. Yeah, those are kind of small. Maybe. I would like to inspect them.
Okay. Make a crafting check, I think. Or nature. Take either.
Which one do you think I'm going to give you?
I think you're going to try and do a society
32,
check.
baby!
32.
Crafting!
These are what you determine to be remnants of Moonstone.
So they are Moonstone, they are just remnants of it. Probably the Moonstone is broken upon using the Ayudara, and these are the leftovers. I wonder if we have enough here to reactivate it.
You think you might be able to get it into working order, or the equivalent of some kind of Moonstone, maybe?
Yeah, I could probably do this. Yeah, no, I can definitely do this with a little help from my assistant.
Is that Joanna?
No. Who? What? What are you talking about?
Your assistant?
No, my assistant. It's nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm just going to work on this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Do you want any
Fine.
help?
Maybe. Perhaps.
I
Sure.
can help you if you
Yeah,
wish.
sure.
I put my book
All
away,
right, then yes, I will commence working on it.
and I will attempt to aid.
I will very carefully place the brain in a jar underneath a little sheath nearby so that I can hear it if it starts to speak,
Where
but
do you
not so
place the
that anyone
brain?
else can
Place
see
it
it.
near me.
No, I just place it on the ground near me where I am working. It is in there's a sheet over it.
A sheet. Oh, okay.
It is just a little sheet.
What are you going to do, Karun?
I'm going to see if I could maybe forge these moonstones back together.
Incredible. Didn't think you can forge stones, but I'm very interested.
Oh, anything will melt if you are not a big whooshy baby. Just it takes a little bit of, can-do attitude. A little bit of resolve. And also some flux. And I'm looking around for extra ingredients I could use as flux for the smelting.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I mean, you have a bunch of materials. You are a crafter.
And I specialize in blacksmithing.
Yeah, I imagine this is something that you have. Because you
Alright,
have a
yeah.
bunch of different things. You have, a stash full of stuff. Let's see here. You've got get a bunch of reagents and things. I'm trying to see how much blacksmithing supplies you have.
Oh, I don't have a portable forge.
You have an artisan's toolkit. You have a sterling artisan's toolkit.
You know, we are here in a fortress designed by elves. I'm sure they have a forge here somewhere.
A
to
ruined fortress.
They probably have a ruined forge then.
So you do have an artisan's toolkit, which will have a lot of materials in it to assist you with this process. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Karun. Let's see if you find something.
I will do that. Where am I? Who are you? Who are
That's
you
a
people?
natural one. Would you like to
are
re-roll
you
that
people?
for the hero point?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and re-roll that one.
Okay. Remember, just right-click on it.
It's a 16.
Wow.
So,
Okay. You do not find any sort of forge that is usable. The ruins are pretty ruined.
All right. Well, I will try putting everyone to work to build the forge out of the ruins.
It's nighttime. It's like 9-10 p.m. at this point.
Well, I do have some alchemist fire. I mean, I bet I could get something hot enough to... you know what? I can make acid. Well, what am I doing here? I don't need a forge at all. Hang on a second. I have other things that could help with this. There's other stuff. I have alchemist fire. I could use alchemist fire, maybe?
You can always try.
I will try to use an alchemist fire. I will put it in a little crucible. Hopefully from the artisan kit it comes with crucible. Alright, I put the little crucible and I will put all of the moonstones in there. And I will bury it a little bit, dig a little hole and put it in the ground to conserve as much heat as possible. And then I will just take out one of the vials.
Okay. Please make
Right.
a crafting check as you try
Everybody
to...
stand back! It could get dangerous. 29.
Okay. Haroon. You
Karun
spend
dies.
maybe half an hour trying to get something usable here.
Hmm.
You think this is a success? What does this... What do you think this is? This isn't a solid gem. What do you think you have? What do you think you have created here?
Have you ever seen an industrial diamond? Imagine an industrial diamond made of Play-Doh. Just a mottled kind of heaving blob, you know?
Yeah.
Its name is Henry. And it is technically a moonstone. Technically.
I go outside to
Sorry,
find
this
more.
is a success for
kidding.
you, Karun.
Do I need to
I
go
was
look
not
for
given the
more?
appropriate materials, alright? And we should not have sold the other things. But it is technically a moonstone. And it should work.
All right.
I trust you then, if you think it'll work.
What did you need? Did you need fire? Like, what did you need?
A forge, it's no big deal.
I could have possibly put something together.
Nah, it's fine. It's fine. Fine like this.
Have you ever used an underground forge?
Yeah, I just did.
Oh, boy.
While all of this was being done, I would have liked to inspect the gate and try to compare it to the one that we found outside of the Seven Arches.
I think all of the Ayudara are similar but different. They're maybe constructed of... they're all sort of typically constructed of stone. But I think they all have their own sort of unique design about them. There's probably... I imagine this one is sort of overgrown. You can see that, like, a lot of the overgrowth has been swept off of this. And it's sort of been cleaned. But there's some moss and stuff that has sort of traveled up the base of this. And it's large, and it's I imagine that it has bits of wood that has been integrated into its design. So like some of the wood travels down to roots around the gate, grow outwards. What are you looking for?
Any runes, any warnings, or any sort of depictions, any signs, whatever shape those might take.
Sure. Make I guess just a perception check.
25.
Yeah, there's definitely like runes worked into the design of this for sure. And I just imagine that comes in the form of Elvish writing. Do you speak Elvish or Sylvan?
Where is that?
Your front page, your character sheet.
Nope.
You do, however.
You know someone who
Oh,
does.
right. I
Knew it.
activate my tattoo. So seeing that it's Elvish and I cannot read it, I will run my fingers over the tattoo of my other arm that mirrors essentially my scar. And as I trace my fingers over it, it begins to glow, and I will look up at the runes to read them.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just finding this. This one says, the dead venture here. Endless cold awaits.
I will share this information with my friends, and then I will cast a sketch of it into my journal. The 13.
Okay. Yeah, I imagine you make the sketch and it's no one but you will understand what it
Yeah.
means.
Mhm.
I think Snowy Owl will approach you. Have you found anything of interest?
We've encountered gates like this before, and each of them have their own unique qualities, their own shape and design. They are cast perhaps of the same sort of stone. These runes here, they are elvish. They speak of the dead and the cold land that awaits us. I think this is exactly where we are supposed to be.
Are you ready to make the journey?
I am. In fact, I am instilled with a confidence that I did not think that I would have found. We've been through many worlds and many places. It feels as if we are finally coming to a head. It is the way of my people that we embrace challenge. Life is not easy. Things are always going to be difficult no matter what the circumstances. But we forge ahead and we embrace what is to come.
Well said. We are ready to venture with you.
Well, it seems my companions are almost done with their, with the next step.
The next next step lays before us. When
Perhaps
shall
you
we
can-
take this next step?
That is not my decision to make. Let me confer with my companions.
Very
I
well.
imagine it is soon. I will step over towards the others. Is everything ready?
I do not know, but
It appears to be ready.
Maybe, but perhaps we should sleep for the night. Get full rest while we can.
Yes.
Yes. I think we have a long journey ahead of us regardless.
Yes.
Mm.
The question is, Karun, what you've made, do you think it's safe for us to use this?
You know, it's not safe going through the Ayudara, right? So, you know, yeah, it's fine. It's probably fine. It's almost certainly fine. It's fine. It's fine like this.
should we
Yara,
test it?
I don't think it was ever a case of whether it's going to be safe or not. It was always going to be unsafe. But we are together. We are prepared.
All right. I'll try not to panic while sleeping. I'm going to get some rest.
All right. He's going to help me put this tent up.
Oh, I will. Let me put the tent up.
Right. So we set up camp.
So be it.
While we're doing this, I will get close to Arcia and I will grab. This is your left arm, left hand.
The blood bond is on my left arm.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I had Arashtak put the same design on my right arm. That way, if we were to join hands or something, that both of them be visible. So I will grab, awkwardly as hell, grab Arcia's hand, kind of aggressively, honestly. Because every time I tried to go for her, she was putting something up again. And I don't know what to say, but I'll just point down to it. It's a promise for her.
I see. It looks just like mine.
Mm-hmm.
I squeeze your hand. Suits you.
Scars are becoming. Are you sure about all of this?
More than ever, actually. I feel prepared for once. We finally have most of our questions answered. The professor had us dangling from a string for so long. We can finally end all of this.
Yes. And are you sure if we make it through that you
I don't wait for you to finish, and I just gather you into my arms and I squeeze you as tightly as I can.
Oh.
I'm sure.
Me too.
Right.
And for once, I do not hear the hawk at all. No whispers, no snarls, no insults. It's quiet. It's breathing, fire flickering. And as I'm hugging Arcia, I'm looking past her. And I see the others. And I think for the first time, I'll bury myself in her and have a tear come out. Okay. All right, we need to get rest.
Right, grab that corner, and I'll do this one here.
Right. Completely tied wrong. Complacent thoughts.
Is it just me, or is there something in the air here?
Yes, It's almost like I can feel my heart beating through my feet. Do you mind if we share the night together?
Oh. Not at all.
All right. And then I'll finish wrapping up the tent and disappear.
I join you.
Everyone adjourns for the night. And morning comes. And again, for these past few nights, there's been a peace about you. You haven't had nightmares. The experiences that you've had, the horrors that you've been put through unknowingly. You didn't have to relive anything. These last few nights have been your own. As morning comes, you have your food and breakfast. You ready yourselves to take the next step. How does this happen?
I imagine that I'm up early trying to gather pieces of the wood around us, grab some stray leaves and a flower or two to press them into my journal. Can't help but shake the feeling, can't shake the feeling that I don't think I'm going to be back here.
I'll walk up and place an arm on her shoulder and be like, as you said, we're all together. As I probably feel the emotion since this area is very concentrated.
It's a strange place. I don't know if I've found relief in the absence of nightmares. It might take some getting used to, but we really have been through a lot as a group, haven't we?
Well, I know I don't want it to end.
I was
At least
doing
not
some...
suddenly.
Yes. I was doing some thinking. I think that we should all join Karoon. After all of this. Go with her to bury Adronis.
Well, if it is in utmost importance to you, I will join. Obviously, I go where you go.
It is important to me. I think it would be important to all of us to be there.
I did not know this Adronis, but he seems to be a great deal to you all, so I will accompany you.
And as I finish gathering a few more pieces of flora, I look at the wood behind me as I make my way back to camp. I don't trust this place. Confident in our people and our ability, but I'm going to try my best to keep a straight face when we get back to the others.
You go on ahead. I'm going to do some last minute looking around.
All right. I leave Malavik to the wood.
I will get low to the ground and try to attune myself to the feeling that I had from last night, this morning, waking up, noticing that there is a ley line or two. The concentration seems heavy, and I will try to attune myself to it and just get a feel of this area.
How do you do this?
I look back to make sure and to see if anybody was watching. I will take off my gauntlets, dig my hands in the dirt, get super low to the ground, and I'll place my ear on it. And though I'm listening like I normally would, audibly, I'm trying to almost pour my soul into it. Because I know whatever I feel and whatever I heal from here, that Arcelia will feel it. I'm not really good at my words, but I know what I feel. And I just want to make sure that you're not in immediate danger. That this land hasn't been desecrated, or we stand on we don't know what the doctor or whoever's been here, what they've done.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Oops. 27. I don't know if the ley line stuff gives me a boost, but
When you sort of silence your mind, almost try to meditate here, feel, sense the area around you. You can hear the wood sort of waking with the day, and this, the wane, the entrance of the dawn start to take place and night begin to fall away. You can maybe just on the edge of your hearing hear just a whisper. Sounds like a voice that you've heard before. But it's just barely there. It's so quiet. just like that, it's gone.
I'll lift up and I'll take in a breath. I was holding my breath the whole time. Couldn't make it out, but I can't shake the feeling like something's not. Like we shouldn't be here. I'll stand up abruptly, look down at the ground, look around, eyes speedily across, and then look at the gate. And I'll hurry back to camp.
I think you can see people finishing up breakfast. Everyone's sort of securing supplies. I think you would see Snowy Owl probably talking to Ulukuk, who is probably freeing the horses. You're all aware this is a very long trip. Leaving them here would just... they'd be dead.
Is our wagon something that we're able to pull even without horses?
Not through the Ayadara, no.
So you have to abandon the wagon here.
Yeah.
I imagine I've begun to help redistribute some of the materials to everyone. Essentially adding an extra roll or two of equipment to everyone's backpacks, including snowshoes and cold weather clothing for everyone.
Yeah, I think you would definitely see Snowy Owl's group. Like, they've all bundled up, like, heavily. They've got all of their furs and stuff set up. They'd definitely be, like, recommending the same.
As I shrug on my additional furs, I look over to Karun and Arashtok. So I suppose one of you should do the honors.
Karun, you made the gem mold. Perhaps you would be the one to activate it?
Sure.
Before you do anything, I think we should all just, we should bring it in.
Bring it where?
Bring what into the Ayadar?
Just come here, all of you.
Do so.
Snowy Owl's group sort of looks at each other.
You two. Ulukuk, all of you. Hurry.
They all get closer.
Snowy Owl, if you can allow... I don't know if she can hear us.
You are referring to Sakuachi.
Yes.
We are aware.
I was listening to the ley lines. I don't feel right. I just want to let you all know that it's been a pleasure. And I appreciate you all. Arashtak, your intellect and your wit. Karun, your comedic and craftiness. You're overcaring sometimes, but definitely cautious nature has proven us to go the right way a good bit of the time. And I say I can't even put in the words, but I know you can feel it. Ulukuk, Denigi, Sakawachi. Thank you for being with us on this journey. whatever's to come, may we see the other side.
Well, here we go, and I put the key in to the Ayudara.
Touching the moonstone to the Ayudara. At first, nothing happens. Suddenly, you start to see a rime of frost begin to form around the ring of the Ayudara.
Okay, sure.
A glimmer of magic begins to circle around the edge. And as the magic continues around the edge of the portal, you start to see snow begin to fall. And blow towards you all. You feel this overwhelming sensation of cold near the Ayudara. And beyond, you see white.
Yep, that's gold. Good job, Karun.
I did it.
You did it. Okay. Want to draw straws? Or shall I go through the door like I always do? Alrighty then. I'll step up. And don't turn around, everyone. I'm not good at any of this, but I know what I am good at. And if you meet me on the other side of that, whatever the hell it is, I will protect you with everything I have. I'm gonna go now.
I'll be right behind you. I just start walking up casually.
Rashtak's like covered in furs, like is just like.
Oh yes.
All right. See you on the other side. And I'll step in, but as I step in, the last thing you'll see is the hand floating behind me with a thumbs up.
You
I fully step through.